Hello students, welcome back to channel. In this video we will discuss about the lens and its ray diagrams. So let's start. Now students, lens is a transparent refracting medium which is bounded by two curved surfaces. Generally these curved surfaces are spherical in nature. Now basically, there are two types, convex and concave. We are not dealing with further parts. Now, convex and concave. In convex, when you just look at the figure, end points are thin, but middle part is thick. And in concave, end parts are thick and middle part is thin. The basic body center of this lens is an optical center. It is a point from where when this ray of light passes that remain undeviated. The line passing through this optical center is the principal axis. I am extending for the other lens. Now, when I take any line parallel to this principal axis, after refraction, it converges. When I take same way a line parallel to principal axis for the concave lens, it diverges. Hence, it is also known as converging lens. And this is also known as diverging lens. This thing you have to keep in mind. In convex lens, when you take a line parallel to principal axis, it converges and passing through a point on the principal axis which is known as second focal length, that is f2. This distance between O and f2 is known as focal length. Which is indicated by f. Now, same way when you take for the concave, it diverges. But when you backside, when you just extend this line, it appears to be meeting at this point. This is the second principal focus. Now, so second principal foci, it is on right hand side for the convex and left hand side for the concave. Now, graphically you know right hand side it is positive and left hand side it is negative. So, this is I told is known as focal length. So, this is on the right hand side. So, focal length of convex lens is always positive. This is on the left hand side. So, focal length of concave lens is always negative. Now, for drawing the ray diagram, this concept is must. For convex, a line parallel to principal axis after refraction passing through f2. While in concave, a line parallel to the principal axis, it diverges but in such a way appear to emerge from the f2. Second ray from the top of the object passing through optical center. In third one, the ray passing through f1 after refraction is parallel to principal axis. The ray parallel to the principal axis after refraction diverges. This is the basic concept for drawing the ray diagram. But generally we consider these two rules for drawing the ray diagrams. Now first we are dealing with the ray diagram of convex lens. Now, as we have seen earlier, f1 is this side, f2 is this side. Always take this distance as 2 centimeter. Now, this is double the focal length, that is the center of curvature, because you know that lens is bounded by two curved surfaces. So these are the centers of the sphere of which that part. So this is double the radius. So again you take this distance also 2 centimeter. Always take in this way. Now I'll start with the first position, that object is beyond 2f1. Now take the object beyond 2f1. Now you are using the rule pages. So take the height of object approximately to 2 lines. Now as you know, first line is parallel to principal axis. That one you have to take. Put arrow. Without arrow you won't get marks. Now after touching this surface, it will pass through F2. Now second line, from A, draw a line joining A and O, optical center. Only these two rays you have to consider. Where they meet, draw an image. This is your image. A dash, B dash. See, now I have taken upward arrow, but we are getting downward. So our image is inverted, and this image is formed by actual intersection of these rays after the refraction. So our image is formed due to intersection of these refracted. Actually they are intersecting. So our image is a real image. Now it is inverted. Now just look at this size. We are getting the less than the required one. So it is diminished. So now our image is real, inverted and diminished. What is the position? It is formed between the F2 and 2F2. So image is formed between F2 and 2F2. Now object I have taken on left hand side. The distance between object and this optical center, it is indicated by U. And the distance between this optical center and the image is indicated by V. So what we have observed, in case of the real image, U is on the left hand side, so U is negative. Now V is on the right hand side, so it is positive. Now we are getting diminished image, so just see U is greater than V. So whenever U is greater than V, then we are getting the diminished image. Now you know that magnification is the ratio of V by U. Now your V is positive but U is negative. So magnification also you are getting negative. So if your magnification is negative, it means it is a real image. The another ratio of magnification is H dash by H, where H dash indicate the height of the image and H indicate the height of object. Now in this case also, this is negative because this is below. You are doing the graphical part. This side it is negative, downward and upward it is positive. So your height of image is negative but height of object is positive. So again in that case also you are getting negative ratio. So it is fixed. Whenever you are getting real image, your magnification is always negative. U is also negative, but V is positive. Now second position, object is at 2F1. Same way I have taken the optical center, 2 centimeter, both the side F1, F2, again the remaining 2 centimeter as we have done in the first ray diagram. First ray parallel to principal axis after refraction is passing through F2, and second ray joining A and O. Now here we are getting an image at F2. It is at 2F2. Now the size of image is same. It is formed by actual intersection. So it is real, inverted and of same size. It is of same size. Now, so this distance U, again it is negative. This distance V is positive. Now both the side this distance is 4 centimeter. It means U is equals to V. So when U and V both are equal, it means we'll get an image of same size. Now same way magnification, V is positive, U is negative, again negative, and I said earlier magnification negative indicates real image. Now we are dealing with the third position. Object is between 2F1 and F1. Now between 2F1 and F1 I have taken. Now in the first position we have taken beyond 2F1. Then I have moved towards the right. Then we have taken on 2F1. Now again I am still moving towards the right hand side. So our position is between 2F1 and F1. Same way I have drawn the ray diagram. Parallel to principal axis after refraction passing through F2. And the second one joining A and O. Now I am getting image. Now this image is beyond 2F2. It's formed by actual intersection. So it is a real image. Real image always inverted. Now here the size has increased. So it is magnified. So image is real, inverted and magnified. When you look at the value of U, again U is negative. V is positive, but here the U is less than 4 centimeter. This is greater than 4 centimeter. So U is less than V. Whenever U is less than V, your image is always magnified. Okay. So magnification, again when you take the ratio of V by U, again you are getting negative, and you know negative indicate real image. So till now whatever three positions we have done, in that we have observed that we are getting real image. If I have taken the object beyond 2F1, I got diminished one. At 2F1, I got the image of same size. Between 2F1 and F1, I am getting magnified image. So convex lens can give you a real image. That real image may be diminished, magnified or of same size. Thanks for watching this video. Now in this video we have discussed about the real image. Now I have taken the three positions of object. Now based on that what we have observed, real image can be magnified, diminished and or of same size. Now 2 centimeter distance we have to take. Now same way you try these ray diagrams at home. If any doubt, just comment on me. Thank you.